Hello, fellow seeker. Welcome to the WordScaper, your quiet corner for gentle reflections, a sanctuary where we can pause and truly listen. Today, we invite you to journey into a profound landscape, one where the wildest winds of life are met not with struggle, but with a deep, unwavering sense of direction. We'll explore a quiet, yet utterly transformative truth: the existence of the compass of quiet, enabling us to navigate life's formidable winds by our internal north. Our journey through existence often feels like an unpredictable voyage across a vast, open sea. There are days of sun-drenched calm, where the waters are placid and the horizon stretches invitingly. But then, inevitably, the winds rise. Storms gather on the horizon, unseen currents pull at our vessel, and the familiar landmarks vanish beneath turbulent waves. In these moments of disquiet, a primal human instinct takes hold, the desperate scramble for control. We tighten our grip on the tiller, unfurl more sails, or frantically search for external charts, convinced that with enough effort, enough information, enough external guidance, we can somehow command the very elements. We believe that mastery over our lives means dictating every gust, every ripple, every turn of the tide. This relentless striving, however, often leaves us exhausted, battered, and more lost than before, convinced that true peace lies in wrestling the world into submission. Yet what if the most reliable instrument for navigation lies not in external maps, nor in our futile attempts to command the storm, but in a subtle, internal device that hums only in the deepest stillness? What if the true art of passage is not about controlling the winds that buffet our vessel, but about finding an unshakable point of orientation within ourselves, a true north that remains constant regardless of the external tempest? This is the essence of the compass of quiet, a deep, intuitive knowing, a subtle inner alignment that emerges when we quiet the insistent clamor of the world and the agitated chatter of our own minds. It is a guide that doesn't shout directions, but whispers a steady, unwavering truth, a gentle resonance that always points us towards our authentic path. To truly understand this internal compass, we must first acknowledge the pervasive noise of our external world. Our senses are bombarded, our minds overloaded. From the insistent clamor of social media, to the ceaseless stream of news, to the endless demands of our calendars, we are perpetually pushed outwards, our attention fragmented into 1,000 pieces. We define our direction, our value, our very existence by external markers, by what others expect, by societal norms, by transient trends, by the fleeting applause of the crowd. We look to popular opinion, to prevailing wisdom, to the paths well trodden by others, believing these external signals hold the definitive map to a successful or meaningful life. This constant outward orientation trains us to ignore the subtle cues from within, to dismiss the quiet murmurings of our own intuition, to distrust any inner wisdom that contradicts the prevailing current. We become accustomed to navigating by external lighthouses, unaware that we carry a more reliable beacon within our own heart. But when life's winds truly begin to blow, when plans unravel, when relationships shift, when our chosen paths dissolve beneath our feet, these external markers often prove insufficient. The popular opinion offers no comfort in personal grief. The societal norm provides no solace in existential crisis. The external map, designed for fair weather, offers no guidance through a storm that only you can weather. It is precisely in these moments of profound disorientation that the need for a deeper, more resilient navigational tool becomes acutely apparent. And it is here, in the midst of seeming chaos, that the possibility of the compass of quiet begins to awaken within us. Consider a seasoned sailor caught in a dense fog where the sun is obscured, the stars invisible, and the coastline lost to sight. A lesser navigator might panic, relying on old, outdated charts, or desperately attempting to catch fleeting glimpses of an imagined shore. But the wise sailor in such a moment turns inward. They might consult their magnetic compass, a simple instrument that, despite the swirling fog and the ocean's unrest, faithfully points to true north. This compass doesn't control the fog, nor does it calm the waves, but it provides an unshakable point of reference, allowing the sailor to maintain their bearing, to move forward with informed intention, even when blind to the immediate surroundings. Our internal north is precisely this kind of unwavering reference point. It is not a fixed destination, but a constant orientation. It represents our deepest values, our core integrity, our authentic purpose, the quiet knowing that resides beneath the layers of conditioning and external noise. It is the spiritual truth of who we are, untainted by the shifting sands of circumstance or the fleeting currents of popular opinion. This internal north is what truly matters to you, what resonates with your soul's deepest longing, what aligns with your most profound sense of rightness, even when it defies logic or popular expectation. It's the gentle magnetism of your unique path, your inherent wisdom, your personal truth. How do we begin to engage with this internal north? We cultivate the quiet. This isn't just about silence, though literal quietude can be a powerful aid. It's about an internal spaciousness, a gentle disengagement from the constant mental chatter and the ceaseless external stimuli that obscure our inner signal. It's the practice of allowing thoughts and emotions to pass like clouds, without grasping onto them or being swept away. It's the conscious choice to create moments of stillness in our day, a few minutes of mindful breathing, a walk in nature without distraction, a quiet observation of the sunrise or sunset. In these moments of intentional quiet, the static begins to clear, and the subtle hum of our internal north becomes discernible. It's not a loud voice, it's a gentle whisper, a subtle pull, a feeling of resonance. Think of a bustling, vibrant city square. The air is thick with sounds, car horns, conversations, music, sirens. If you try to hear the soft chime of a wind chime hanging in a nearby alley, you'd find it impossible amidst the clamor. But if the square empties, if the city hushes for a moment, then that delicate chime becomes audible, clear and distinct. Our lives are often like that bustling square. Our internal north is always chiming, always there, but we are rarely quiet enough to hear its delicate guidance. The journey to the compass of quiet is simply about choosing, with conscious intention, to step away from the center of the square, to find a quieter alley, to create enough inner stillness for the true chime to reach our awareness. This process allows us to differentiate between reacting to life's winds and truly navigating them. When we are driven by external pressures or unconscious patterns, we are simply reacting, buffeted this way and that, always playing catch-up to circumstances. Our choices feel forced, our actions often lead to unexpected detours, and our inner peace remains elusive. But when we pause, when we connect with our internal north, we move from reaction to responsive navigation. We are not trying to control the wind itself, but rather to subtly adjust our sails, to shift our weight, to find the most graceful and aligned path through its force. This isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about meeting them from a place of inner clarity and unwavering direction, ensuring that even when the journey is rough, we are always moving towards our true bearing. Consider a moment of intense decision, perhaps a career crossroads, a crucial relationship choice, or a difficult personal boundary to set. The external pressures are immense. Advice from friends, expectations from family, societal norms, financial considerations. All these are like powerful, conflicting winds pushing your vessel in different directions. If you attempt to make the decision based purely on these external forces, You might find yourself feeling fragmented, anxious, or perpetually conflicted. But if you were to retreat to your inner sanctuary, to find that compass of quiet, and allow your internal north to speak, what would it tell you? It might not be the loudest voice or the most logical one in a conventional sense. It might simply be a feeling of profound resonance, a sense of deep peace or a subtle tremor of discomfort, guiding you towards what is authentically right for you, irrespective of external validation. That gentle pull, that quiet knowing, is your internal north providing its unwavering bearing. This journey of cultivating the compass of quiet and aligning with internal north is not a destination, but a continuous practice. It is about building a profound trust in your own inner wisdom, a trust that often feels countercultural in a world that prioritizes external expertise. It's about remembering that the deepest knowledge, the most reliable guidance, does not come from outside, but from the wellspring of your own being. This trust allows us to move through periods of deep uncertainty with a greater sense of equanimity. When the fog rolls in, we don't panic. We simply turn to our inner compass, knowing it will reliably show us the way, even when we cannot see the path ahead. It also transforms our relationship with vulnerability. To listen to your internal north sometimes means choosing a path that others don't understand, or expressing a truth that might be unpopular. This requires immense courage, a willingness to stand in your own authentic truth even when it feels exposed. But it is precisely in this vulnerability that true strength resides, for it is the strength of living in alignment, of honoring your deepest self. This quiet confidence, born not from external power but from internal integrity, becomes a powerful force that navigates you through life's wildest currents with grace and unwavering resolve. You were never meant to control the wind, but to become the master of your own compass. This realization is a profound act of spiritual self-reclamation. It's understanding that your power doesn't come from forcing outcomes, but from aligning with your deepest truth. It's a testament to the inherent wisdom that resides within each of us, waiting to be heard, waiting to guide us through life's magnificent, unpredictable currents. When we finally turn inward, when we trust the quiet hum of our internal north, we discover a navigation system more profound and more reliable than any external chart could ever provide. So, fellow seeker, as you step back into the rhythm of your day, I invite you to cultivate moments of quiet. Listen for the gentle whisper of your internal north amidst the clamor. Trust that inner compass, even when its direction seems subtle, even when the external winds rage. For in that quiet alignment, you will find your truest path and navigate life's ever-changing currents with peace and unwavering purpose. Thank you for joining me on this reflection here at the WordScaper. May your journey be filled with deep stillness, unwavering clarity, and the boundless peace that flows from living by your own internal north. Until our next quiet conversation, keep listening, keep navigating, and keep shining from within.